I don't know what I'ma do without you. You a one-on-one. You special to me. When I come up, I'ma break you off. I put the flight. I gotta get it. I know you niggas don't really be with it. I'm strapped with the cap, put two in this fitted. Chopper go crazy and shoot where he living. Niggas be hating, they mad that we winning.
Choppavelli, yeah.
It's your boy Top Benz, yeah.
Yeah, Leo G, Leo Flame. Yeah, you're not tuned in to Sprinterviews in the phone, yeah. For me, yo, go check out that Discharge, man. Choppavelli himself, man. If that's about Chop, I'm still moving harder from Discharge. If I'm in the spot and not gonna block it, I'm still let it Discharge, you heard? Get me?
We are here with the one and only Gutter Gang, Choppavelli.
Oh man, you know the fuck.
The most infamous, the most hated, the craziest drill artist I'm hearing right now. Spoken of him actually in a previous interview with K-Slime and Jesus Matt God. In that interview, I was talking about how nice he is, and I was trying to get an interview with him, and I couldn't. He was locked up. I couldn't find him with a flashlight. You know, and climbing up the charts when as far as I've seen in the streets right now. He's getting a lot of interaction, a lot of people moving in his direction. As you'll probably hear more about it with his reputation, the things that have been going on in his life have kind of corresponded to what's been going on with him in the industry. So I kind of want to go into depth with this at some point. Could not catch you. You was like, what happened?
I called a little case. I called a case real quick for me, but you know, that's behind me and shit. Know what I mean? That shit dealt with for me.
Right.
So it's all figured out now. Originally, so I'm from Brooklyn. For me, Flatbush to be Pacific for me. You know what I mean? Moved out to LA, so I'm from both places, LA, Brooklyn. I mean,
that's dope.
I can't say nowhere really Pacific in Long Island. I'm really all over. For me, all over this island for me. So I'm saying, but I guess you kind of say a little bit of Hempstead. You know what I mean, a little bit of Suffolk County here and there.
Okay.
Nah, I still tap in. Like, my people's in Brooklyn and shit like that. But for me, I feel like the most impact. Like the area that had the most impact with my music is Long Island, I'm gonna be honest, for me, because I moved out here when I was like 15, 16, so from day, I feel like your teenage, adolescent years is really what has the most influence on the rest of your life in general for me, because that's where you really go through the most shit.
Do you have any like ethnic roots? Like,
I'm 100% Haitian.
Oh, ça passe.
My pose in, man.
Okay. We got the Zoes in the building. Welcome to the. So how do you think how has that like influenced you growing up, having a Haitian background and being in a Americanized setting?
Like, it wasn't the average like American household in the aspect, like it's just more Caribbean based for me, you know, like my mom, my pops, they grew up out there for me, so when they coming out here, like bringing up a American kid from where they at, it's like they have different ways of, I mean, they have different there's a cultural difference in certain aspects for me, so I feel like there's certain things they didn't understand, like with certain things I was doing out here, because I'm growing up out here for me, so I'm more resonate with people I'm growing up with, shit that they doing, that I feel like it's okay for me to do, they didn't understand it for me, so I feel like that's created a disconnect between me and my parents, but on the most part, I feel like it's really about where you grow up, your atmosphere, where you grow up, the environment you grow up in for me. So that really has an impact on you. But and right now we got the team, we got the label for me, GMF for me. Like right now I'm just on my music shit for me. But we grew up in a certain neighborhood, you know what I mean, deal with certain different groups of people, you know what I mean, like certain gangs and shit like that. So I'm saying, I guess I resonate more with some Crips and shit.
Okay.
I mean, individuals that might be affiliated with certain gangs, like, but I feel like I resonated more with Crips, I'm gonna say that. Flatbush is, I mean, more so Crip based.
The message you trying to send, or like the energy you trying to give, like what's the inspiration behind that?
Inspiration behind my music?
Yeah.
I mean, everything I done been through, especially with all my family, I mean, my loved ones, my cared ones, the guys, the gangs, I mean, shit that we done went through as a team, as a group. I mean, certain pains and certain obstacles and trials and tribulations that we went through. That's the inspiration behind all that for me. So it's like I just want to speak my story. And I mean, make people understand like even though you come from certain places, you can be bigger than that. I mean, so that's really the inspiration behind that. Especially because certain people are not here to do it for themselves for me. So I want to put on for them, and I mean for those that's around. Honestly, I want to be the one that kicked in the door. And for me, go check out that Discharge, man. Choppavelli himself, man. If you guys about to chop, I'm still moving hard up the Discharge. If I up in the spot and not gonna block it, I'm still let it discharge. You heard? Get me? Bow, let's get.
Niggas go and do shit, don't make me get up on hots. I told you I've been through a lot. In the county, don't care about no boss. If I don't got a scalpel, you're about to get popped. And now it's just in that orange jumpsuit. Now I'm back sipping orange 42 in the stupid. Just talk about they come and do. But where was you at when I was calling you? Told them hoes they could stay where they at. They think I was coming right back. Like, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished, bitch. I be moving to tack. But for real, them real niggas in the satellite, we gon' be lit. Once y'all hit the town, talk about big bows in the section with Instagram bitches that we think it down. Change them handcuffs in the packs, fully busted down. Diamonds all around. Going from chain gang to getting game change. That's the way I'm trying to hold it down. Now we going up. For them niggas that was hype when I was locked up, now we turning up. And for them bitches that ain't right when I was locked up, trying to burn it up. And for the days I was dead broke and I know I ain't earning enough. But I learned enough to make some honey buns, son. Hey niggas pull up. I never thought about shit that I did. Was banging on all of my bitch. Never hit me, so I now know Chris. Somebody get punched, they say I can't listen. I never thought about shit that I did. Was banging on all of my bitch. Never hit me, so I now know Chris. Somebody get popped, they say I can't. Go ask about chop, I'm still moving hot off the Discharge. If I op in the spot and I got my Glock guarantee, I'ma still at a Discharge. And these niggas chatting, they mad how I came up. They seen that I really got this ball. Like these niggas goofy.
I listen to a lot of your music.
Okay, appreciate that. I feel like sometimes I gotta talk my shit. Like for me, certain people don't have a liking to us. For me, you might call it hate. Some people might call it hate. What would you call it again?
I call it dick riding.
You know what I'm saying? Like
DMDO.
You know what I mean? Some people might call it dick riding. So I mean, we gonna call it dick riding. We have a lot of dick riders, you know what I'm saying, that try to portray an image of themselves that they're not, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta come through and clear it up for me, give a little clarity to the situation.
All of ours is good.
People might not have got the message on peace and positivity though. For me, I mean, as long as people leave me alone, I mean, they could be left alone and that's about it.
Like since you saw any scars on us, like any face scars?
I don't really, I don't actually.
Real handsome men, you know what I'm saying?
You guys, no, I don't see any scars, but I really don't see a lot of faces here. Honestly, a lot of ski masks on in here. Very scary environment in this Sprinter bed, I tell you that. You plan on kicking in this door, but you have, obviously, you have a large, as you would say, dick rider association.
Real shit though.
And based on from what I've heard, some of these people are even in the industry as we speak.
Come on now, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like people hate to see you doing something that they not doing for me, so they're gonna find a way to tarnish it any aspect or any way for me. I mean, so
if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping.
Facts.
Come on, that's big. That's big
That's
for
right.
me.
That's right.
That's a big key right there. So I'm saying.
How do you push through that? Like, how do you?
It's like this, like, yo, when you walking down the street, I mean, there's ants crossing your path. Do you notice them?
No.
At all. You might step on them, you might crush, you might walk over them, shit like that. So I'm saying, so there's nothing to push past if you're not noticing it.
Mm-hmm.
You're just walking through it.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, that's how I feel. I'm just living my life walking through shit. I ain't noticing the little ants walking around trying to get to their destination. I mean, I'm stepping 2 steps to the left, 3 steps to the right, 2, 3 bopping through this shit. Like, come on, like.
Music shit wasn't the vibe, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what else what do you feel like is your lane? You know what I'm saying?
What's
like,
crazy?
What's your other talents? You know what I'm saying?
I was just having this conversation with someone for me because it was just also on some shit like, yo, listen, like, yo, if music don't work out, what you want to do? And it's crazy because I was on some shit like, yo, honestly, I never really looked at music as my, like, yo, like, my claim to fame on something like, yo, that's gonna get me out the hood, I'm gonna get rich off this, that, and third. That's what I like to do. I just like making music. I want my story to be heard, granted, for me, but if I don't make a bag off this, I'm gonna make a bag off something else, and that's a fact. I'm not gonna remain stagnant for nobody, for me. So, I mean, when it comes to certain investments, certain business ventures, things of that nature, for me, looking into certain real estate, looking into certain business credible, that's a whole different conversation. I can't even give up that type of source. For me, not gatekeeping, but for me, listen. I gonna understand it when I get it done first.
The game is to be sold, not told.
Not to be.
I just don't want. I might not want to be influenced by too many other emotions. I might be feeling like they're on some heartbreak shit, and niggas might come through with feeling upbeat. You know what I mean? Just finish fucking a bad bitch and feeling like he feeling hype and saying third. Like for me, like that's not how I'm feeling right now. For me, and I don't want to blow their mood, and I don't want no one to take me out that zone. So it's like, you know what? Let me just deal with this. I mean, so sometimes I grab personal sessions when I'm feeling away personally. I mean, but for the most part, I like gang. You know what I mean? I mean, because that's what I do for regardless. When we start rapping, you know what's crazy? Like, I didn't start off rapping, I started off singing. And nah, dead ass though.
Nah, you singing?
Nah,
I never knew that.
Word of my mother, I started off singing on gang like.
Oh, we pulling all the shit out of it. We pulling all of the shit out of Chop today. We found out he in temptation today. Yeah, let's go, boy.
Word of my mother, I know some people's heads was bust from middle school that like see me start doing the rap shit, was like, yo, this nigga was like, for me, this nigga was making songs and singing. I would never, like, for me, they ain't never see that side of me, for me. So like when I was in middle school, I had like, one, I had a higher pitched voice, and two, like, yeah, I just wanted to, like, my pops used to play Mad Michael Jackson in the crib. I ain't gonna lie, he had a like, he had a double-sided deluxe album, playing A side and B side. You know the A side, you know the CD.
Yeah, I know the vibe. That's my era. Yeah.
And then what is it, Mary J. Blige?
Oh yeah, come on. What's the 411? What's the 411?
I think she had the orange wig on or some funny shit like that.
Yeah, that was the what's the 411? That was a classic.
Yeah, nah, they used to play heavy that. He was not jacking no BET. My pops was not jacking no.
Oh yeah.
No rap, none of that. He was not jacking that. Like what? For me, so it's straight compa. Know what I mean? Yeah, straight compa. Michael Jackson, Mary J. Blige.
That's how they be, man.
Yeah, for me, so like I just, you know, I'm in the crib hearing that all day, just straight high vocals and shit like that. So I was trying to do the singing shit in middle school. I sang for my talent show and all that. And then when I was going to high school, I was trying to get I was trying to audition for like a school for musical talents and shit like that. Some shit called Edward Merle.
Oh yeah,
you know, Merle?
Yeah. Effects.
For me, it's an audition school.
Yeah.
So I tried to audition for that. So how about someone coming up, like I hit puberty, my voice ended up cracking like probably 3 weeks before the audition, mind you. And then, you know, out there you gotta apply for your school. That's the only school I had on my list. Word of my mother, I was that confident, like, all right, cool, I know I'm gonna fire them for the audition. What? Nigga, boom, 3 weeks before the audition, my voice started cracking. I didn't even realize what was going on, because for me, like, I didn't know what the fuck puberty was. Like, why my voice, I'm thinking I'm sick. I think I like caught a cold, sore throat or something. For me, but it started lasting for weeks, but I'm a little dumb nigga, not even realizing, like, yo, nigga, like, it's over, like you're not getting back.
That voice shit is quiet. Yeah, you thought you was gonna stay like that?
So I went to the audition. I tried to finesse, they was not jacking it. I'm hitting vocals, this shit cracking. I'm like, nah. Sent me straight to She Said Babe, boom. Went to She Said Babe. From there, like, I was chilling with I was telling a couple of niggas, I was like, I mean, like, niggas just rapping in school and shit like that, making raps. It was kind of like the same process, making songs and rapping for me. Like, you know, that's them. I mean, school lunch days, niggas beating on the table.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, niggas was doing that. So for me, I started trying to get involved in that. I started trying to spit 1-2 raps and shit like that. And then I ain't gonna lie, my raps was fake trash at the time. So I was like, nah, I gotta come better. So I used to go home. I'll be on my sidekick in my notes. You know what I mean? Writing little shit, come back to school, trying to try it out for me. And I was just working my way from there. So I was like 14.
So you just hearing it in the house is what kind of inspired you to start singing. Right. And then when you were in school, other people rapping inspired you to start rapping? Cause
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really know that much about rap before I started, like, yeah, for me, like.
So now that you're more into rap, like, who is like your, you know what I'm saying, like your rap influence, if any?
So when I started getting into rap, like, that's when, like I said, that's when I started hanging out with niggas and shit like that for me, and then niggas started putting me on certain shit I wasn't seeing at the crib. My son Don, yo, what was Dante group?
Yeah, I forgot what they did.
My son Dante, for me, he's from the block, he's from Newkirk, for me. He had a little rap group. They was dropping vids at the time for me. They dropped some shit called Money Over Everything. That shit was going up around the time too. That shit was fire. Man, like he used to be. We used to go to church at the crib. He used to play mad Biggie for me. So I ain't gonna lie. Like that was like the first rapper I heard. I was like, oh nah, this shit nice. Like he playing mad Biggie and shit. And, like he was like an old soul too, cause you know around it was like what year was that? Like 08? Oh no, 08, 09. So it was like, nah, I had to be like 07, 08. I mean, like even around them time, you know, Biggie been died like what 1996, like some shit like that. I mean, so all the way on now, he's still playing Biggie and shit like that. So he was like the first rapper I'm really listening to. Like, oh no, that shit nice. I mean, so I'll say like Biggie was definitely first for sure. I ain't gonna lie, Lil Wayne, yeah, I was a big Lil Wayne fan.
Go.
Nah, he a GOAT.
You know that. Without saying. For sure.
I ain't gonna lie, punchlines was serious. That's when I really was on some punchline shit too. Like, nah, hold on, I gotta make sure my punchlines hitting. It's just be hitting.
They got people still deciphering punchlines.
To this day, fact.
To this day, Lil Wayne got bars of steel. That man don't play. For sure.
Right now, that
influence you. Well, that originally influenced you. Did you listen to any?
Oh yeah. So it's Biggie, Lil Wayne. When I started, I went to Juvenile, and I was like starting to make my little raps in Juvenile for me. Like I would say Max B, niggas put me on the Max B. We played Snuck at MP3 and that shit. So it was like it had Max B, Cassidy, and Meek on it. So that, but definitely Max B, because the way I was making my raps and shit like that, like it was kind of like a little singy rappy for me. That niggas was kind of like, you sound like Max for me. So I ain't know who he was. That's where the Choppavelli came from. Max BigBleu, Choppavelli.
Fire.
For me, so I downloaded Mad Max B in my MP3 in Juvenile. So some nigga named my son Rob from the Bronx. He was bumping Mad Max B. He was a big Max B fan, so I just started bumping him in Juvenile. Yeah, for me, like,
and you said when you were in Juvenile.
Yeah. So yeah. So if it's a five that influenced me, it'll say Biggie, Lil Wayne, Max, Meek, and Cassie.
That would be your top five? Or not
influence. I ain't gonna say top five.
Okay. Because that's a whole different. That's a different topic.
Yeah, we just talking about influence.
Okay.
You know what I mean, like,
biggest influence.
So if you Dolly,
3 Days Grace, I'm not gonna lie. That's not a rap band, but it's not a rap group. But I used to
bump that.
Yeah.
It's an influence, man. It's a musical influence.
That's what it is. I still bump them to this day.
So if you in the whip Dolly, you know what I'm saying, you're riding around, like what do you listen to? What's on the playlist?
Gang myself. I'm keeping on not no bias shit, but that ass on some critique shit though, like not even on some bump shit. Like I don't bump my music to bump it. Like I bump my shit like how could I did better? Like what I don't like about this shit, what do I like about this shit? Alright, you know what? I probably
sharpening the iron.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like so a lot of times I really play myself out in the beat, like to the point where I might not even like the song no more. I'm still just playing it just to hear like remember like you didn't like it when you did that, so when you go back to the studio next time, make sure you just don't do this.
Take care of that properly.
Yeah. I'm my hardest critic, I ain't gonna lie.
So, are there any artists that you've worked with?
Besides Gang?
Yeah.
You got my
Other
boy,
than Gang, yeah.
You got my boy K Slime. We working on a tape right now. Wealthy Babies. You know what I mean? That shit coming out soon. Like you said, he's in the studio. We was working for me, so fucking yeah. We just did a little instrumental. That's probably come out probably this week. We done worked a couple times before. Like I think our first track we made was in Cali.
I remember I was there.
Oh yeah, facts.
I remember that was a good track.
So when you're working with an artist, right? Like you know what I'm saying? Like, is there any like kind of specific? You know what I'm saying? Is there something about that artist that you're like, you know what, like I wanna, you know what I'm saying? Like fuck with this nigga, I'll do a track with this nigga, or like, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you know what I mean? Do they have to be on the same type of vibe as you, or like, you know what I mean? Or what's
I like venturing out. Lately I've been trying to keep it in my camp, but I also said like I want to work with more Long Island artists because I feel like we don't get the spotlight that we're supposed to get. So I've been trying to just venture out and just see what works with me as far as Long Island. But honestly, like it just gotta be vibey. Like if I could play the track in the V. I play around bitches. For me, I could play around the guys. Like when I look at the artist's music, I want to see if like it does it fit all settings, or do you cater to all settings for me? Like so that's what I be thinking about when I listen to someone's song for me. Like besides the fact that I might like it, like what else? What does it cater to? What is he talking about? Like, oh, alright, cool, that's fine. If I like the concept of their music or how they put together a song, or like, you know what I mean, or just catch a vibe from their music, I'm like, I can work with them as long as the politics make sense too, because you know.
Right.
You have anybody in particular you'd like to work with?
That I haven't worked with?
That you haven't
worked with yet.
From Long Island? Alright. Chop Gato.
So what's your thoughts on like affiliate marketing or like cross marketing? Because as you can see, the industry is very finicky right now. I'm sure you've heard about the scenarios with Young Thug and Gunna.
Much like insight on that situation. I mean, it looks crazy, but I feel like for that situation, you gotta kind of wait for Thug to come home.
Oh, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm saying is in the industry, how it's affected the industry and the split that it's created in the industry. As you've seen, people used to work with each other more.
Right.
You would see a lot of people working together on a lot of records, and now those same people who were working together, you don't see them working together as often, right? Or if that at all, right?
Okay.
So that's where I'm going with, as far as you see how he said he doesn't want to work with anyone. NBA YoungBoy doesn't work with anybody really, just people in his team, right? And then the ones that have worked with other people, they've worked with them, and then they found some sort of turmoil and split.
Okay.
And then that has created some sort of dynamic with them as far as the war, beef, or some sort of PR tabloid situation, right?
Okay.
So what I'm saying is bad press or good press? It's still good press. But as far as for you, you working with, how do you feel about working with other people knowing that?
I'm not gonna lie, I do my research like before I work with artists. I ain't gonna front on. Once I figure out I like their music, I want to work with them. Like next call is like, yo, what they got going on? Who, like, what's their situation? Center, like, where they from? Okay, what they got going on out there? I copy. Who they deal with? I say that. I do all that before I just hop on the track with someone. Cause vice versa, I know me and mine come with a lot. I mean, to be associated with us is to be associated with a lot. For me, so I feel like in that aspect, me knowing I come with a lot, you know what I mean, it's like, first I give people their fair warning and let them know, like, listen, you dealing with us, you know, you just dealing with you bringing a whole lot on your shoulders for me. So that's one, and vice versa for me. I gotta know what I'm bringing up, like, for me, because we dealing with each other. I ain't gonna lie, I like organic music for me, so it's like I could keep it straight business if niggas on some feature shit, and I mean, paying me for a feature, but if it's on some organic, like, yo, I like their music, I want to work with them generally as an artist. For me, it's like, I mean, I like shit organic for me, so we're gonna build a relationship through music. You know what I mean? Same way K-Slime, for me, we built a relationship. I was jacking his music, you know what I mean? Case with Bees, we had mutual parties that fucked with each other. Case we fucked with the same mutual parties, like, yo, alright, you know what, let's talk about I wanna do a song, like, I fuck with this music, Case with Bees, and then from there, we just, for me, that became a dog, so, like, and that was all through music. So I do the same thing with everybody else, like, yo, what they got going on, like, where they from? I say that, Case with Bees, I'm jacking his music, but I gotta see what's going on before I can just, I say that. We passed that out, let's do it.
Oh, alright, let me just get into another question.
Yeah.
What's the label name?
GMF Entertainment.
Do you want to plug anything in right now while we can? As far as like your label, what you have going on? Do you have any artists? Do you have...
Oh yeah, nah, the artist is right here for me. I ain't gonna lie. Free of the members for me, I ain't gonna lie. Free, I mean, yo, shout them out.
It's a free Luca, free Drama, free Clutch, free Sosa, free Dre, free Harrell,
Rico,
free Rico,
free Blow,
free Spaz, free Blow, Romo, free Lil Gerb,
free Cleek,
free Trey, you heard.
Free Trey. Shit.
There's a lot of people that need to be free right now.
Real shit though.
Yo, that shit's good.
There's a lot of people that need to be free, man. Free to count,
Bandit.
man. Free to count.
Right? Now, facts, but nah, yeah, a couple of them with artists and shit like that for me. So not everybody here. But we got the ones that, you got Grizz. He not in town right now. Case with Beers for me. They got Top Bands. You got Willio.
That's how many. These are all the people that you have on your label.
Nah, those members, but a couple of them,
yeah,
a couple of them, yeah. For sure.
How many artists do you have on your label?
7. Now, see, we got a game plan, but a lot of shit was organic figuring it out, cause no one. I mean, like I feel like, you know what's the crazy part about it too? I feel like if we had the same resources handed us to us that a lot of other people got, for me, we'd be way further in our situation for me. So we figuring a lot on our own organically for me, but I feel like, especially as long as I've been doing this shit, I figured out a lot on my own that, I mean, certain of my artists or certain guys don't have to go through for me. So, I mean, we know little tricks and skills for certain shit, certain marketing for me, certain promotion, what the case may be. But we still figuring out certain things too. We still learn as we go too. So it's a little of both. If you ask me.
Yeah, it seems like you guys got some sort of marketing going on, because if you don't have any marketing, then you guys are really starting to gain some steam, because I'm seeing some like heavy streams, I'm seeing some heavy engagement. I think that you guys are doing some amazing things. You got any other questions, brother?
No, I was saying we should probably like get into the freestyle, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we definitely doing a freestyle.
We could jump into more, you know what I'm saying?
Get ready.
We definitely gonna do the freestyle, and if we want to come back, we can jump back in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We can get more questions, but we're gonna go into a freestyle. First, actually, before we do the freestyle, we're gonna go into the discharge. There's a discharge you wanna. Which song would you like to present? Cause it's gonna. What video would you like to present?
I'll say Discharge. You go tap into that. You're definitely.
I'll try this again.
Say, man, it's Choppavelli.
It's your boy TB. Willie OG, Willie O Flame.
Listen, man, niggas about to rip this freestyle shit real quick, you heard?
It's the motherfucking cave, bitch.
These two.
Murder she wrote when I step on the beat. Use a toothbrush to clean up my feet. He wanna lick a wolf who not me. Have my little road grasses and stuff at the beat. Yeah, before I smoke, different niggas. I'm tryna lay back cause I'm storing these buckets. But when I see red, I put one in the head and the gang don't stop, keep thumping. I'm vexed. Yeah, bro, in the split shit, I need to stop tapping our backs. Y'all not attack. Y'all be dying on missions like, why would you solve no strap? Don't run, don't hide. Can't talk about boy that got sent to the sky. And my thought, she the line. I copped in the rocket, she fucked on my top. Rollie on rollie on rollie on rollie. Ass dead niggas on the face. Grab the lamp truck for the rape. GT roll the split, then we skipping states. Free Luca. Big bro, he was bugging, so now I'm attached to my Ruger. And I don't care if a nigga turn 60, cause I'ma still light up the scooter. Bro, when I step on the beat, use a toothbrush to clean up my feet. He wanna lick a wolf who not me. Have my little road rashes and shots at the V. Get out before I smoke. Different niggas, I'm tryna lay back and stop scoring these buckets. But when I see red, I put one in the head and the gang don't stop. Please stop all the chattery. And your mid's talking hot till we take out that battery. All you hear is the boom and niggas go zoom. The question is why you chase after me. You can put on a logo, probably go photo. Yeah, mom screaming no via casket. If you try to play dead and we like Kyrie, we chucking some shots at your basket. Nigga big drip, she dissing on me, that's the big grip. Bitch chasing money, I feel like I'm Big Mitch. Out of all of my guys in the big fish, pass me the grip cause you know I'm gon' hit shit. Said come take a trip to the island, shout out my babies, you know that they wildin'. If I call a G3 then he sliding, turn your hook trippin', so I call you some violence. Moving hot then it's 30 bucks your shit. So get dope, then I pass the bitch the clips. You ain't gang, then you kicked up out the whip. My name Ben, so I'm all about my shit. Moving tackle some Jason shit. Brody son him, he got hit with a major kick. In my case, never panicking. We ran up on him and he froze like a Brody R step on the beat. Use a toothbrush to clean off my feet. He wanna link a wolf who not me. Have my little rug rocks and the shots at the V. God, before I smoke, different niggas. I'm tryna lay back and stop scoring these buckets. But when I see red, I put one in the head and the gang don't stop, keep dumping. God, on the gang don't stop, keep dumping. Like, basically, man, they know how we coming.
Flamer. Nigga, I'm tryna put him in danger. Like, ready to go cool with the banger. Catch a op outside, we gon' chase him. Like, cop ops on me. Nigga, team with backdoor hoop. Is you crazy? 2-3 shots to leave a nigga. 2-3 shots to leave a nigga lazy. Cause they know how that go. I'm too fast to be running, I'm slow. I'm a flock of the brickers, they speaking on bro. So I'm moving walkie-yaki with the pole. Like, got no time for the bitch, she a hoe. Is she sucking dick or she hitting the dough? Got no time for the bitch, she a hoe. Like, is she the line? I don't know. Scooter got hit in his body. Grippy got poked like he Lottie. Kilo head tap, he a zombie. Where the legs at? I'm tryna party like Leo Flamer. Nigga, I'm tryna put him in danger. Ready to go cool with the banger. Catch a op outside, we gon' chase him like top out slimy. They can't tame him, backdoor hoop. Is you crazy? 2-3 shots to leave a nigga. 2-3 shots to leave a nigga lazy. Cause they know how that go. I'm too fast to be running, I'm slow. I'm a flock of the brickers, they speaking on bro. So I'm moving walkie-yaki with the pole. Like, tell him drop it low. Nigga, I'm tryna sit on the toast. I be damned if I let him get low. Free Drakey, free drama. Like, that's Mr. 4 in a row. God, he was glitching, trying to do the most. Like, watch how he up in his throat. God, watch how he up in his throat. Like, really go flaming.